at Adams there was a fight, and it all started because a kid had yelled puncher, and that's how the fight had started. But then you could also tell the friends of the people that were fighting were like, there's no reason to fight, stop fighting, and like we're pulling their friends back. And like I think that kind of clicked to me that kids are starting to get it. There's no reason to fight. Us as a youth are finally coming together and saying, there's enough of this nonsense and stop the violence.
The one thing I really enjoy about the Youth Task Force is that it's essentially like a collective group of students, and they all have the same idea, they all want to reach the same goal. And so it's really empowering when you see like a bunch of high school students that are trying to help the community.
I wanted to be a part of the Youth Task Force because I really believe that the youth deserve more of a voice in the community that we live in. And I thought that this would be a really great way to learn about local government, as well as just learning how differences are made in the city.
The community, especially in South Bend, does a lot for the youth in terms of education and different programs, and I think it's really important that the youth are able to both give back to the community but also voice their opinions and their preferences in terms of what they want to see happening in the community in the future, seeing as they will be the ones that are leading sort of the more progressive movements throughout the community in the coming years.
Doing these town hall meetings that we have done, it kind of just like spoke to me because I got to learn so much from other people, because I live in like a pretty like safe environment. I have a good family who they teach me a lot, and I've never really gotten in trouble in school. So just like seeing what other people think about violence and their views on it, it was just like kind of cool to me to see exactly like how they see it instead of the way I always have.
One of the things that stuck out most to me during my time here was that we had this duo called Isaac and Leah come and talk to us, and they discussed Isaac murdered Leah's brother, and then they're now an advocacy group together that go out and talk. And I thought that was really striking, that a victim's sister was now pairing up with his murderer, and that really just the power of talking and education and how it can help to solve problems.
I wanted to get involved in the Youth Task Force because I wanted to see a difference in my community. I grew up with two brothers, and all they told me was like, oh, I just want to get out of South Bend. You know, it's not a fun place, and I always wanted to be a part of like the change, and not be the one saying, oh, I want to get out of South Bend. It's terrible, and I wanted to see that change being made. I think people want to get out of South Bend because I think it's really boring, and I can see that in some aspects, but I think with Mayor Pete, he's been making a lot of changes, and I really like how the direction is moving.
I feel that young people should definitely have a voice or a say in their government, because it's what's going on around you. Everything that is occurring around you is a result of the government or the school system or some hierarchy up there that wants to hear your voice. And it's not just adults. A lot of people don't understand that teenagers too have a voice. We can have mature thoughts, and we can have solutions to certain problems. That's why the Youth Task Force was an organization motivated for and only by youth of South Bend to solve a youth-on-youth violence problem.
The youth should have a voice in any decisions because we're all affected. Like people always say, the youth is the future. So if we're the future, we should also have a say on what's going to be done in the future.
If someone came up to me and said that they wanted to get involved in the Youth Task Force, I'd say definitely do it, because the more people that we get involved, the more powerful we'll be.
Well, I would encourage anyone to join the Youth Task Force. I think it's a great way to make friends, to establish relationships. I think that it's a great way to become active in the community, which I think is important.
Absolutely go for it. I've loved my time in the Youth Task Force. Not only have I enjoyed the issues that we talk about and the conversations that we have, but it's also allowed me to meet a lot of people outside of the John Adams community, outside of the circles that I run in for my extracurriculars. I've met people from different schools, from different backgrounds, And so the ability to engage in discussions with them has been extremely insightful, and I would recommend anyone else to apply.
Everybody always tells us that we need to help fix our country, we need to help fix our city, but we don't get a say until we're a certain age, even though we have our opinions now to help better the city for everybody. Youth need to get more involved. I think that they need to understand that in order for our voices to get heard, we have to put our voices out there. So if we're not putting our voices out there, nobody's going to take the time to listen to us.